rock star life, you could say my name was Elvis. Got a Batman belt, mad money by the pelvis. Spend it all alone, everybody says I'm selfish. Got stocks in the market, Persian rug carpet. Got shocks with the car kit, underwater shark pick. Got Glocks under armpit, just in case I start shit. Starship Enterprise, pulling up and docking.
Alright everybody, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is John speaking. I'm doing a part 2 to my last, well, might be my last video, but my last video about, my HIPAA rights being violated and my disorders being violated by this company called Victory at 100 Granny Road in Farmingville. They probably got an email. If any of my subscribers emailed them this video, I wouldn't know who did it. I wouldn't even be mad that they did it. You know what I mean? Like, save this video and send it to them. I wouldn't even know about it. It's not like I told anybody to do it. But, what's up, watchers? But, alright, this is usually a channel about, my 10 years prison, fights, drugs, prostitutes, blah, blah, blah. You guys already know, and the new guys, you can see by looking at my catalog what it's about. So I'll just cut right to the chase. My parole officer called me today, and I've never had a problem with her at all since I've been home, at all, because I follow everything by the book, and I had that problem with Victory the other day. You guys seen the video where they forced me with the threat of my medication. They wouldn't give me any unless I could perform in front of another man staring at my penis. When I have a doctor's note, right, I want to get it for you. See, I showed it in the video. I have a real doctor's note saying that I can't do it. I have real disorder, shy bladder. So they broke a lot of my rights, you know what I mean? Because there's rights to protect people that have disorders from people like that. So I told them I'd be getting a civil rights lawyer if I can, and this ain't over. Then I got a phone call from parole today because the black lady over there said, "Oh, you want to play hard? I'll play too. Watch what I do." They were trying to get me a couple times to sign like HIPAA laws. I said, no, I will sign no HIPAA laws. The only thing I signed for you is for my behavioral health, about my mental health. One person, she wanted another one. I said, you're not getting nothing else. I said, I don't have to do that. I said, that's, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? So I had a problem with the psych. I already told them last video. I had nothing but a problem with her. But so Pro calls me. He said that they called her and told her all this shit about me being like dirty for weed and all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, first of all, what you're telling me is a lie. And if they show you any evidence that says otherwise, it's faked and they're breaking the law, because I didn't sign no HIPAA rights. I didn't sign nothing to give them. I'm not there for rehab. I'm there for medical reasons. There's no reason why they're calling parole. You know what I mean? Other than to try to get me in trouble. You know what I mean? So anything that you have, that you think you have, I was being nice, and she was being nice, so I have no problems with her. Still to this video, no problems with her. Because what she was told, she could have been real messed up to me, and she wasn't, and she was dealing with it perfectly fine. She knew I was leaving them because of this and seeking other help, and she wants me to call her probably. I'm doing my reading lessons, but I think that sometime next week, usually it's once a month, but she wants to call next week. She said she's going to talk to my care coordinator to set it up for me. I called my care coordinator, and she said she'll talk to me tomorrow. I'm going to tell her about what's about to happen, because I only gave the business phone number to my officer, because I can't give her her personal out-of-business cell number, Only I have that, But I'm going to tell her I want to go back. I'm going back to your umbrella corporation, Federation of Organization, psych, and doctor. So there ain't gonna be a problem with that, But now she also wants me to get an eval. I'll do a telephone eval, or the meta whatever where they do over the phone. 'Cause I do that for everything almost now, and I'll tell them I haven't done nothing in fucking since like forever, and I don't have any reason to or wants, and I succeeded at a program. So what's the problem, you know? And they'll write, they don't suggest that I need anything. So let me read something though about them breaking my my HIPAA laws. This is from the internet. I mean, not saying it's because it's from the internet. It's true. It's from your healthcare, from like what laws are to protect you. And I specifically did the outpatient. When you're considering rehab for a drug or alcohol addiction, privacy is a major concern. You may worry your boss will find out you're receiving a treatment and fire you, or a prospective member will ask you about past drug abuse, blah, blah, blah. Fortunately, there are laws that protect your privacy when you choose to seek help for substance abuse disorder, which I never seeked help for it. You know, I did, but I did it for pain. But in order to get put on Suboxone, I had to say it was because I still have the urges for heroin, which I don't, you know. But HIPAA protects your medical records, all right? The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, is a federal law that protects the privacy of your medical records. Under this law, your information cannot be disclosed without your written consent. There are some exceptions to this law, like if you're dying, you know, like real serious medical, you know, but my family, my emergency contact number, not fucking, that was just trying to get me in trouble, because I wasn't there because of parole. I was there because I felt like going there to be my doctors for just the bullshit, the mental health and the subs, you know, the pain management. And so they did that to try to get me violated, in trouble. And they broke the law. And your information can't be shared in ways that don't directly relate to your healthcare without your consent. This means that unless you give written permission, your records won't be shared with your employer or anybody, you know. You can request that your information not be shared with certain entities. You may name specific people, groups, or companies, including your insurance company, unless you're using insurance to cover your medical costs. You have the right to know who has seen your medical information and to be notified whenever your information is shared. They never notified me. You know, victory that they were calling parole. You know, so that's another law they broke. These are laws. You know, they're civil rights laws, but that's a law. All right? Confidentiality of substance use disorder patient records. These federal regulations are similar to HIPAA. They protect the privacy of patients seeking substance abuse treatment at a federally assisted or regulated treatment program, blah, blah, blah. Some exceptions, you know, but they're basically saying, I could read this, I don't want to bore you with this stuff, but the stuff that I did read to you shows you that they broke the law. You know what I mean? Like, they called parole, and I never signed a HIPAA right. I never told them this time now I'm still on, you know, I'm on parole. Like, that was them digging up, you know, from my past, you know, because I went there, I was on parole. They're like, let's just call parole, you know, and if, you know, you can ask who, you know, who's covering him. We have something to report, you know, and they got my officer, and they told them my medical stuff, you know, fucking tests of chemicals in my body. I'm on a lot of chemicals, you know, medicine, you know, and it was all good. Every time I peed in a cup, it was always good in the cup. Always. The girl's like, yeah, you're fine. And then all of a sudden when I'm not around, then they become trace amounts of like coke or something. Like something I don't even fucking do. You know, so I know they're trying to fuck with me. I know that. You know, and they were trying to say that I even had one of them the last time I was there, like a year and some change ago, because I, you know, was home for a little while. I said, oh, I do? Then show me that test result. I want to see the test, because if you have a reason to tell me that that's true, you're reading a test result. Someone's word, just saying it, because I know the name of the lady who you're saying said it. She was a cute blonde, and she was my, I don't know, person that handled my situation. And if she's just saying it out of her mouth, but there's no drug test, it never fucking happens. So stop bringing that up. You know, and then, you know, when I talked to parole was like, you know, when I was bringing up the HIPAA laws and how they broke laws, and what you're telling me more stuff that they broke, more laws that they broke, and what they're telling you is irrelevant. It can't be used against me. It's irrelevant because there is nothing signed. They could be lying, and they can't show in no papers. You know what I mean? If they do, they are really getting sued. But she's like, oh, you do have a HIPAA thing, because I signed them when you had to go to program. Back then, you have to sign HIPAA because they're allowed to tell your parole cert you're doing good every month or bad, when you're there for rehab. But I finished my rehab, never had a dirty arm with parole. Actually swabbed now, never had one at all since then. So she's like, oh, but you did fill out a HIPAA law here. I see it. And she was naming it a time. I was like, really? That's hilarious. I can't believe I did that. I did that when I was in the hospital. I wrote all the way to parole. That's amazing work that I did. That is amazing. I want to see that one day when you come to my house. And she left it alone. Because she thought because of my brain damage and my memory, I don't have no memory, she thought I would just fall for that and just be okay with it. I'm not okay with it. And I do know that I don't have any current HIPAA laws signed to that company or to her to find out. Like the medical company, even if I signed it to her, well, she would be able to get medical records, but neither of them have it. And them starting the call anyway, even if she had it, them starting the call and divulging, that's breaking the HIPAA law. Even if she had permission to get the records, they tried to give the records without having the HIPAA stuff. They just got lucky that she did. But there is none. There's no current HIPAA laws, and I refused to make them when they were trying to get me to. They were trying hard to get me to write just a HIPAA law with nothing, no name, nothing. And I said, no, write the name of the person. It was Ruth something. I won't blow her up. She was my psych, for a while. I was like, I'll only give you that person. Boom, and and then that's it. And then I signed it. And I said, that is it. Nobody else. I was like, I'm not here for rehab. I'm here for fucking help for my medical issues. And you guys are treat me like I'm like a peon, because you treat the people that are here for rehab like peons, because you'll threaten them, I'll call your parole officer and you'll get violated. You treat them like, because you like that power. But every time I show up in there, every time I've showed up in there, everybody knows me. The girls at the front desk, they love me. And if any of you girls see this, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, I know you girls love me. Not love me, but love me. Because when I go there, it's always a party. You know what I mean? Because I always voice my opinion. And I get loud. I do get loud. I told by my friends, even when I'm not mad, I start raising my voice like I'm getting angry. And I'm like, yo, I'm not mad. But I was angry, and I'm raising my voice, and I'm spitting shit like a lawyer. And I'm correct. You know what I mean? Like, so like they group up, and then they try to isolate me in a room so the others don't hear it. You know what I mean? It's every time, every fucking time, because of the psych, because of my psych. Kimberly Bunkle or something like that over there did all of this to me. She started it. You know what I mean? And I think the black lady that works there made it continue. But I spoke to Kimberly Bunk yesterday, and supposedly everything was good. But, we came to a middle ground where we're just going to stop arguing. We're just going to keep the way it is. She has some regulations that if this happens, this will happen. I said, that's no problem. That's no problem, And then I got this phone call today. So that's part 2 to it. You know what I mean? This is part 2. And I thought you guys that seen part 1 of it might want to know. So I got a call tomorrow. The civil rights lawyers back, because some of them haven't returned a call, and tell them that even more stuff has happened. Like, other than for having a disability, it's like not building the ramp for the guy to come up on a wheelchair. All buildings have to do that, like, companies and shit like that. There's laws to protect people. And try to tell a black person to come in a store, they have to be white in order to do it. You can't. Because they can't. They can't change that. Or tell a white person you have to be black to come in here. You can't do that type of shit. That's illegal. You know what I mean? And doing what they did to me was a violation of my rights. And then calling, parole and trying to get me in trouble, which was ridiculous because you can't. They broke the HIPAA laws, the small laws they broke. So I'm going to get them. And if someone saves this and emails their mailbox, their company mailbox, I wouldn't know about it. I never told you to do it, you know, so, but, HIPAA laws are broke, so if you, any of you that work there do see this somehow, you know, because you just look me up, I want you to know, your whole company's, I'm gonna keep pursuing this. I got nothing to do now but to pursue this, because you broke rules, rights, my rights that stay with me in order for you to gain something. You wanted to, you're a counselor or a doctor, or, you know, you had degrees, every one of you, and you lower yourself to the point where you try to get vicious and get someone in trouble. Like, that, you guys aren't worth the ink that they put the, you know, your name on the licenses, or your doctor stuff, and your degrees, you know. So you can go fuck yourself, all of you at Victory, you know, go fuck yourself. And any of you hot site, you know, not hot site, any of you hot workers, let's get at it, you know. And secretaries, I don't got no problems with you. Hit me up, you know what I mean, if you want to talk. But all the other ones that were part of this, the bad part, go fuck yourself. And if you're pretty, come, I know you want to fuck me. That's why you wanted me always in the back room. Think I'm stupid? You know, come on now, you know. So go fuck yourself. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because Victory, 100 Granny Road, Farmingville, New York. They're a fucked up place. So do not go there. And if this gets shared, I would love it. Not because I get views or anything, just because people would know about that company. And more people know, Victory's going to find out they're getting bad press, bad publicity from what they did. Other than the fact that I'm going to call even Channel 12 News, I'm going to try to do stuff, you know what I mean? But it'd be great if I had a little help. I'll talk to you guys later, though. Bye.